All right, this is your market recap for November 25th, 2025. As you can see today, we played bullish once again here. We had a pretty big expansionary day. Once again, it was kind of a slow one. Well, actually, no, sorry, it's this one. It's this one. As you can see, it's smaller. It was once again slow, a lot of consolidation. I think it's honestly just bank holiday week volume coming out. Go down to the 4-hour time frame. We can see here market rallied, as we know, yesterday. Gave a reaction at this 4-hour inverse fair value gap low. Started this retrace. We retraced perfectly down to equilibrium here, as well as this 4-hour fair value gap with this purple line there. And then from there, we slowly and very, very slowly expanded upwards to concentric encroachment of this daily candle, but also we created an SMT with this high. So it'll be interesting to see how that reacts in the coming days. Now, hourly time frame. We have this hourly fair value up here and this hourly fair value up down here, both of which have some sort of reaction for them. We then from there expand upwards, and then for PM session we retrace to concentric encroachment of this 1 hour fair value gap before we expand upwards to this daily buy side wick concentric encroachment. Not much on the 15-minute. You can see here the consolidation, the low volume. Here at this point, this SMT here, ES, has already taken out this high. Now, I don't know if that's due to ES not retracing as far as NQ did, but ES hit equilibrium as well, so I don't really know what's in it as far as that goes. But from there, we have this 5-minute, which you'll see on that time frame, which then helped us expand above this high, retrace for PM session start, and then we hit this concentric encroachment and play bullish from there. 5-minute time frame. Again, SMT of these highs here caused a little bit. Well, we were still in consolidation because we've been in consolidation all morning. But you can see here we have this huge 5-minute fair value gap right there. We see, boom, reaction off of it, down, closure below it, so that validates it. And then we come up above it, close above it, and then boom, look at how price is just reacting off concentric encroachment of this gap. And then from there, it takes us up. Even though we have this SMT, this concentric encroachment is holding strong. And then from there, like I mentioned, coming out to take these relative equal highs here. And then that causes us to retrace for the start of PM session. Now, would I like to see this retrace a little lower, maybe towards equilibrium? Yes, I would. But seeing as how long it takes us to even get down to here, I might be okay with it, especially given that it's stopping at the 1 hour concentric encroachment. Might take that in consideration. Now, in the 1 minute time frame, you can tell it's kind of messy. There's 2 trades that I was looking to take today. Both of their biases were correct. Only one of them I took, and that one I got chopped up and stopped out in. So, first one was here. So this purple line here, I'll go back to that time frame. It's 15-minute. Jeez, what did it put me? It's 15-minute for value gap right here. All right, we see validation here. We see closure down below here. So with market open imminent, I saw this as a potential draw for the 9:30 candle. And so that ended up happening. We opened, market rallied up here, took out that high, came down here, took out this low, gave us that SMT, we then retraced upwards once again, SMT here. Now, what tells me kind of the same situation as yesterday, ES here was rallying up, right? So ES took out this high, almost this 830 high, but it didn't. And while that was happening, NQ was still playing bullish, right? So we're not completely uncorrelated. NQ is still playing bullish, but it just doesn't have that volume where it kind of like, I don't exactly know a good analogy for it, but it's like it's dragging price down. It's like it's really telling you, okay, ES is going there, but I don't really want to go there. And sometimes it's tricky because that'll happen, but then NQ will just rip up anyways. But here, Given that we have draws lower, we need to retrace. We're reacting off that 4-hour inverse. And we're struggling to play bullish when ES is. Okay, that's enough signs for me to play bearish. Now, unfortunately, we took off a little too quickly. Took our time here, but then one huge expansionary candle with 40 handles on it. It was a little too big for my liking for me to take the closure with my stops above here, because I was targeting equilibrium. So that could have been a 1 to 2. But what I could have and possibly should have done is seen how expansionary this candle is, especially below this low, expecting some sort of retrace, maybe not a huge one. But when this price is coming up here and we stop and start to tip over, maybe that's where I should enter, right? Just food for thought as far as the future is concerned. We come down here, tap equilibrium, tap this hourly fair value gap there, play bullish. Now, this is where I got in. So I saw, boom, okay, here, inverse fair value gap there, perfect. I believe I entered somewhere here in one of these candles. I don't recollect. But I entered somewhere here, and I was playing bullish. It didn't get me to break even yet. But then the 10 o'clock news came out, and the second it came out, okay, yeah, we come out and take me out. Am I upset by this? I wouldn't say I'm upset. I accept it, and my bias was right for today, so I can't be that mad. It's just, the risk of being in the market. Sometimes stuff like this happens where we do nothing, right? Or price comes down, stops you out, and then goes. This stuff happens. Such is trading. I mean, that happened to me, and I literally thought, okay, such is trading. I like the trade. I'm happy with the trade, even if I lose, if I like the trade, if it was a smart trade. Whether or not my bias was right, if it was a smart trade and I like the trade, and even in hindsight, I would have taken that trade, I'm okay with it. And that's exactly what today was. So yeah, unfortunately, we had this consolidation here, little rallies here and there, but mostly consolidation. Again, the grouping of price at constant encroachment of this 5-minute, we then expand upwards. Even after this SMT was created, ES did retrace, so did NQ, but not as much as ES, or else it would have came down below here. Just proving how bullish we are. Well, apparently not bullish enough to actually expand, but you get what I mean. From here, from the macro at 11.10, we expand upwards, taking out this high, which was one of my profits, profit 1. My finals was this constant encroachment. Sweep this high, SMT of these highs at PM session open, retrace here for the last hour of trading to expand off of this 1 hour fair value up here. Constant encroachment 139.50, the high of this candle at 135.75. I'll take it. It's close enough. Now, going into the future, we may be at a little bit of a rough spot. We'll see what we do. ES took out this high, this daily high. And obviously, NQ did not. We still have roughly 200 handles to go to get there. So I don't really know what to play here because ES swept it, but then pretty quickly, well, it barely swept it, so it didn't close above it. So it's not like we can have hope for a continuation. We'll see some sort of retrace, even though today was pretty small. We're balanced. No, not balanced, but we had this decent retrace here for PM session. I do like us continuing to play bullish, higher time frame, but I do think we might need a little more of a retrace than expected, maybe below this low, because again, ES did take out this high, so it's most likely going to retrace. So now our job is just to figure out where it is likely, and in my mind, that is this low right here. But like always, we could just continue mobbing higher. We'll have to just see what happens. As always, between now and market open before we come up with anything concrete, but that is just what I am looking for and expecting for tomorrow. But this has been your market recap for November 25th, 2025.